Welcome back to an episode of a Minecraft server, Godlike Edition, episode 4. And this episode is going to be different. I apologize right now. That's going to be really different. I've never done an episode this way. I ran into an issue when I went to editing, which is I don't have any audio. This right here is a clip of me talking to myself because OBS decided it was going to change my audio source and I never caught it. I recorded this entire episode without actually being recorded. It has everyone else's audio, the game audio, everything I need except my own voice. With that in mind, bear with me while I try to fix this problem in post. So let's jump right into it. We're gonna start with a time lapse of me building something really cool, something I'm really excited about, and then we'll figure it out from there. At this point, you might be wondering, wow, that's a cool build, but what is it for? What is its purpose? Well, its purpose is very important, and it has to do with my role as God of Travel on this server. But I'm not going to tell you quite yet. I will tell you that I am very happy with the way that it came out. I only made a few mistakes building it, but I was smart, and I thanked myself later on a lot of the choices that I decided to make. One of them being to leave room underneath the floor for redstone. But before we get into what the purpose of this build is, at this point, I did have a few other things come up. One, I found Dwarven, one of the players on the server and the God of Water, AFKing in the gunpowder farm, which I just couldn't help myself. So I got everybody together and we pulled a little prank. The classic strap him to a rocket and send him to space prank. That's exactly what we did. And it worked pretty beautifully. It only took Jam like 4 tries to figure out how to get him to actually go. But once he started going, he just kept going. So I want you to keep in mind for the rest of this video while you're watching to remember that he was and is still, as far as I know, still on his trip to the moon. What a beautiful, majestic sight. The second thing that happened afterwards was we went to the end and fought the Ender Dragon. This is the part that hurts the most for me, that I didn't have any of my audio because it was really fun. And this is another thing that I want to stress to you when it came to my last video and I was talking about this, is that if you want to see more content and you want to see the stuff like this happen live and not miss any of the stuff, feel free to find the other players and their Twitch streams. Plus, when I'm not recording, spending time with my family or at work, I'm usually on here and on those live streams and Discord with them, sometimes partaking in whatever it is that they're doing. But anyways, they went really well. It took Snow a really long time to actually hit the dragon with her super powered god bow. And you can see right here, I actually shoot him with mine first shot. But she does end up hitting him and does a decent amount of damage, but sadly it was not a one-shot kill like we hoped. But in the end, it still was a good fight. Look at me contemplating shooting one of our players there, thinking that he was End Crystal. But yeah, it was still a very fun fight. It still went really well. You see right there, she took a good chunk and then another big chunk. And then I believe Robo just went up there and whooped the crap out of him as the God of War. So it was a very fun, easy fight. It actually took us more time just to prepare and actually get all the pearls together to get into the end in the first place than anything else. But anyways, back to what we were doing before. Okay, I've double checked and triple checked. It is definitely working now. And I am back recording the way that I want to record, live in game as I play. So why are we back already and not doing more of the other stuff? Is two reasons. One, I hate doing voiceovers when I don't need to. It's a pain. I end up recording myself over and over and over again trying to say the same thing. And the second reason is because I feel like I got you caught up enough to where we can go ahead and explain what the purpose of this build is. Now, I hinted that it was part of my godly duties as the god of travel, and that is true. There has been one issue on this server, which is that no one wants to be on Earth. Everyone who dies and ends up on Earth just dies and goes straight to the underworld. Some of the other gods have made this clear, and I am inclined to agree that the solution is needed. And this is my attempt at a solution. This right here will be the door for the gods to travel with all their godly powers to Earth so that they may build or just collect materials to bring back. To come back, they will still have to go through the process of being summoned until later when I come up with a solution for that. But I don't want to make it too easy. So they're not going to be able to come in here and just open the door and go on their way to Earth. Instead, there's going to be a little challenge in the beginning. Later on, once I get it all set up, there will be 6 riddles for them to solve to find the 6 items that need to be placed into this chest. One of each item be placed into this chest, and every time one of them is right, one of these lights will turn on. When all 6 are turned on, hold on, let me read this. If a werewolf were to become an astronaut and go to the moon, would they be stuck in wolf form until they leave, or would the moonlight not count because it's direct sunlight before it hits the moon? He hasn't been the same since his trip to the moon. I think he's pondering very interesting questions now. But anyways, yeah, all 6 of these lights will turn on, and when that happens, the door will open and the pathway to Earth will be revealed. And the way that we did that was with the help of Robo, which Robo Knight, I have to apologize. He was just saying to me too, when we were doing this together, he said, last time we did a collab together, I didn't use any of the audio because his mic was terrible. And now this time we did another one and it was my audio that screwed up. Maybe that's the curse. Maybe that's how this all happened in the first place. It's all your fault, Robo. I'm just kidding. Anyways, Robo came down and was a huge champ in helping me get all this set up. And because Redstone can be daunting on your own, and it's always nice to have someone to laugh with when you make the same mistakes over and over and over again. So if you like Redstone, you're gonna enjoy this. If you don't like Redstone, I will do my best to try to keep it quick. So items go in chest, and they will go through an item filter. Each one of these will be filled with one of the items they need to collect. If it's the wrong item, it goes into there. When that right item hits the place that it needs to go, it'll trigger one of these torches right here, which will change the lantern up top and slowly work on the AND gate here, which once all of these turn off, this will turn off, that'll turn on, and the door will open. And you're probably thinking, I want to see what's behind the door. You want to see the portal? You want to see what it is? Okay, I'll show you. It's really, really cool. Dun, 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 grand reveal. Ta-da! It's nothing because I haven't got to that point yet. I'm dealing with a lot of problems today. All right, we fought the Ender Dragon. I built this whole thing. Yeah, and did redstone. Oh, and I also did a slime farm. I helped Robo and Flar build a slime farm for obvious reasons. I needed it. But anyways, yeah, that will be done very soon. I have a whole plan for this. I have lots to do. I still have a lot to do when it comes to this build. I still got to do all the exterior work, pretty fine on the outside. I got to do all the interior work to make it look good in here. Got to do the portal area, and I got to go and retrieve and figure out which items that are going to go into here. I'm going to be busy. Okay, I'm going to be really busy. And once it's done, it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be really cool. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. Anyways, that is the idea. Let me send this back up. That's never gonna get old. I absolutely love piston doors. Let's just do it one more time, just for fun. Look how cool that is. Oh, it's so nice. Once the trial is complete, the items found and the portal opened, I will return and rip all of this redstone out and replace it with a new redstone contraption that will take diamonds as payment for the door. That way, if they want to go to Earth, they will have to pay some diamonds to do so. Now, it isn't a shop, and that's kind of the reason why I want to do it that way, because there is no shops on this server at all. We're not playing with shops. It's just very community this time around. And instead, if we need anything, we can check the community chests or just ask for whatever it is that we need, and everyone's willing to help out. So why would I charge diamonds for it? Because I want to do something special with diamonds on this season because of the fact that we're not using them in shops. I think it would be cool to have a horde of diamonds pop up somewhere in the world. And I have a few ideas that I think would be really fun that could charge people diamonds, not for personal, use. I'm not going to use the diamonds myself, and no one's going to be able to use them for armor or anything like that. It's just going to see how many diamonds we can collect before the season ends. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I have a lot of ideas of where we can ask for diamonds in exchange for different things. And since I don't think this is going to be something people are going to use 50 times a day, it's not going to be too expensive to pay a diamond to go through. It's going to be pretty minuscule. And actually, if there was a bunch of shops, it'd be a horrible cost to try to pay to go through this portal. But since there are no shops, then it shouldn't be that bad, because even I have stacks of diamonds just sitting because I don't need them. Once I've got my armor going, I haven't needed them since. So I think it'd be a cool idea to get some of those diamonds out of people's inventory and use them for something kind of cool on the server. But anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this chaotic episode. And next time, I promise, I'm going to double check my audio to make sure it works so we can get a little bit of a longer and more fun, interesting episode going, because there was a lot of stuff. There was a lot of stuff that happened in the video that was really fun, and I'm really upset that I can't use it because it was funny. There was all of us in a voice chat together and stuff, and now I'm just not in it, and it's not the same, it's just not the same. So next episode, I will double, triple, quadruple check my audio before I start so we don't have this issue again. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for sticking around for this crazy episode, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.